Hello and welcome to Bridgewater Regional High School here as Braintree takes on Bridgewater Raynham. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and this is the consolation game here in the Larry Fisher Holiday Basketball Tournament. Both teams losing in their opening game. Braintree losing to Dorchester Academy with a 5-point loss in overtime, 73-68, and Bridgewater Raynham losing to King Philip. So the two teams now meeting here today as we get set for some action here at Bridgewater Raynham Regional High School. And there's a little brief delay here in the action. We also had a little technical difficulties as things started, and it looks like the referees may have had a little technical difficulties here on the court. So right now it's a possession, just 13 seconds in, as the referees, actually it's one of the head referees, actually now I see a bloody nose, so that is the reason for the delay. We'll take a quick break and we'll bring the 7:46 here of the first quarter with no score here on BCAM TV. Play set to resume here as the referee is able to get the nosebleed to stop. The first shot of the game from the outside is a 3-ball, and it's good from the outside. And the Trojans getting the first points of the game as Braintree is double teamed in the backcourt. Conboy has it knocked away, an easy basket as it's thrown down underneath very quickly. 5 points. And all of those points coming the way of Bridgewater Raynham, and Braintree have to take a timeout, and things not going their way as they go right into the corner, and things have not started well for Braintree. So a 5-0 lead, 7:20 to go here in the first, and Braintree already having to go into a timeout. And that is not going to make head coach Crook happy, as his team has fallen behind again early in the game, which is a similar problem that they had in the last contest against Dorchester Academy. So Braintree's going to have to find a way to minimize those mistakes, and they're certainly going to have to find a way to start better as the season goes on, because these are the kind of starts that you really don't want to see. It gives away momentum to the other team, as well as it shows the confidence level starting to drop a little bit here with some of the players on the court if they continue to make these mistakes and the turnovers continue to pile up. So certainly not the start that was expected here for Braintree after losing the first game of the Larry Fisher tournament, as Braintree has now lost 2 straight games after winning the opening game against Norwood in fine fashion, as they were able to crank out the offense, scoring 80-plus points. And now this one is over half court as Timberlake back the other way and has it knock off his foot for a moment. Carnes into the lane, Carnes to the outside. Conboy's first look from the perimeter is no good. The rebound taken down. Nice rebound. Vanelli can't finish at the rim. May have been partially blocked, and a double dribble coming. So trying to do a little bit too much there was Willis, who has all 5 of the points, and probably not the man you want bringing up the ball for the Trojans. You would believe that the ball will be in the hand of their point guard, Alves. Timberlake, a clean look from the outside, no good. And Braintree 0 for 2 from the field, both outside shots. Tesson to the corner as Braintree defends a double team up top now, as Peacock has the point guard on him. 15 on the shot clock, a long look from the outside, no good. And the putback is good as Willis with the slam. He has all 7 of the points, and that is very quickly going to get another player off the bench. So this is not a team that looked like they were going to lose that game against King Philip. Braintree back the other way, and a travel on Vanelli as he tried to wait for the defender to come in the air. And Conboy will come off, and McNeil will come in. So Braintree all out of sorts on both offense and defense here to begin the game, and that is not a trend that has benefited Braintree the last couple games now. The way they started against Norwood was the way you expected to start pretty much most of these games this season, but this is not the way Braintree had it scripted. Hurry looking to drive inside the lane. Good defense, Vanelli. Tough shot with the opposite's hand, and the rebound taken down by Braintree. Here comes Timberlake back the other way. 2 minutes in, and Braintree without a basket. Braintree looking to move on the offensive end with 15 on the shot clock. Nice pass down low, Peacock powering it up with 2 men on him, and he got fouled. So Braintree looking now to get on the board with a pair of free throws coming from Peacock, who had 16 points in the last game and really started to find his rhythm with this Womp team, and is now 4th game with Braintree after transferring over from Attleboro. So certainly a learning curve for Peacock, but he's starting to learn the offense and the defense, and he's starting to produce as the first free throw is good. Braintree on the board. Both free throws good, as Braintree now down by 5, 7-2. 5:45 to go here in the opening quarter. Carnes, good defense, and he lost it. Excellent hands from Carnes. Forced it off the foot of Willis, and that's his 2nd turnover here in the early quarter. McNeil in the backcourt handling the point guard duties. Screen coming from Peacock, and the return pass comes his way, and the charge inside the paint. Really nothing you can do there if you're Peacock. The man had his position, and he had to barrel right into him as the positioning was set. And right now, Braintree's going to have to find a way to break this press, because if they do, they're going to have numbers forward, as obviously the idea of the press is to try and outnumber the offense. Long-range shot, and it's off the mark, and the rebound taken down offensively by Perry. Tough shot over Vanelli. Another 3rd chance. That one no good, and a block. And now it bobbles out to half court. It's picked up again by the Trojans. Inside, Peacock with the defense. A 4th chance, a 5th chance, and now a 6th. And the basket. Way too many chances for the Trojans, and they capitalize. Wasn't a great field goal percentage on the drive, as Peacock slices the basket and gets 2 more. So Peacock with all 4 of the Braintree points. And what a play by Timberlake as he knocked it off of the player, but apparently out of bounds. Diving into the scorer's table. Timberlake looking to get his offense underway as the rest of the Braintree team. So Kennedy will be the next man off the bench. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter, and Braintree down 9-4. Defense, and it's taken away by Carnes. Carnes looking ahead, and he gets it ahead, but it sounded like he was fouled. There was no call. And now they're going to call a foul on Braintree on the opposite side of the court, so a bad break for the Womps, as it seemed to be clear contact, clear slap of the hand from here. You could hear it up above, but the call didn't go Braintree's way, and now it'll be side out with 4:24 in the first quarter. Braintree picking up now their 2nd team foul. A fresh 30 on the shot clock as the play is set up. Braintree playing a man-to-man defense. Tough shot, contested, and it's an air ball, and it's Braintree's. So a lot of one-on-one offense on display. If it wasn't for Willis coming out with a couple of dunks, this would be a pretty much tie game. Braintree trying to figure things out here on the offensive side. Just 4 points halfway through the first quarter. Up top, Kennedy swings it to Carnes. Carnes inside, and it's no good. It may have been deflected by Perry, as Braintree looking to get the ball back. And the foul will be on McNeil prior to the shot, as Braintree now picking up their 3rd team foul. Conboy will enter back in for Carnes. And right now, Braintree needing some production, as this one's thrown in very quickly. The up fake, Perry to the basket, and Perry scores, able to up fake Vanelli and get the 2. So just 2 scorers now for the Trojans. Perry and Willis inside. Pretty finish from Timberlake as he squeezes it up and finishes with the right hand, getting the nice roll. The senior guard picking up his first 2 points of the game. Braintree back within 5. Willis not good on the shot. And here comes Timberlake again. He was bumped, no call. Play continues down to the ground, and he throws it off to Vanelli. The pass is picked off. Here's McNeil on the back check, and no good. now awaiting the call from the referee as the head coach looking for the technical maybe on the hard foul from behind. They're not going to give it. So they're hoping for the flagrant with the push from the back, but there was none coming. It'll just be a standard 2 free throws, and the first is good. That was kind of a dangerous play from McNeil as he came in with the shove to the back, didn't go for the ball, but it wasn't vicious enough in the scenario, according to the referees. Second free throw is long, and the rebound taken down by Guy. So Long getting his first point of the game, and Braintree down by 6. 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, and an offensive foul coming from the other side of the court, and it's on Conboy. It's for the illegal screen. Braintree now will set up some pressure of their own in the backcourt. Quick ball movement and clean look from the perimeter, and the 3 ball is knocked down. So again, another team that has taken the 3 ball with consistency and is starting to create some defensive troubles for Braintree with those outside shots. Timberlake is fouled, and he gets the shot off, and he'll get 2 at the line. So Braintree now will take the 3rd and 4th free throws here of the opening quarter. Timberlake now with his 3rd point here of the quarter. Peacock has the other 4. Both free throws good, and now both Timberlake and Peacock with 4 apiece to lead Braintree in the scoring aspect. The screen set up at half court as Avery entering the game. Drive to the basket, good defense by Braintree, and the ball taken down by Timberlake. Inside to the basket, and it's going to be an offensive foul. That's the second offensive foul here of the quarter, and that is a tough one because it seemed like the defender really slid underneath on the drive of Timberlake, but it was clear positioning, but it was kind of a 50-50 call from the referee's point of view. There is no restriction. So another call going the Trojans' way, and as has been the way this season, Braintree not getting the calls from the referees. Outside Willis into Long, and the jumper is good off the glass. Getting his 2nd and 3rd points as Conboy gets right around 2. Braintree on the fast break. Inside, and the pass too hard for Guy. So Leahy entering the game for the first time, and Braintree down by 9. It's 17-8. Outside, the 3 is no good. The rebound pops free, and it's picked up by Avery. Avery getting into the hands of Leahy, and Leahy now will start the offense. Back to Avery. Avery to the outside. Conboy fakes it. Novo will take it. Novo for 3, and it's an air ball. And Braintree again all out of sorts on the offensive end. Not able to get clean looks. Braintree right now struggling on the road. This is their 3rd road game here on the season, and they've lost the prior 2. These are a little bit different as they are actually a tournament type format. Technically, Braintree was the home team in the last one, but obviously it wasn't at Braintree High School. And this hasn't been a kind sight for Braintree as a team, as it looked like Willis may have traveled with the ball. It doesn't matter anyway, he threw it away. So a very different looking Braintree team here in the opening quarter. This is not the team that played at all in the last one. Carnes able to break it over. Nice pivot move. Down low, Guy up with the left hand, no good. Nova with the finish, and it's good. So Novo crashing in glass, getting his first 2 points of the game. Braintree back within 7 here in the final 45 of the opening quarter. 20 on the shot clock as Carnes defends one-on-one. Looking going to the basket is Peterson. He gets it into the hands. And a tough shot is no good. Rebound, and the putback is good. Braintree continuing to not get the defensive rebounds. And that one results in an and one attempt. So the junior forward picking up his first 2 as Brown will step to the line for a chance for the three-point play. 19 points so far here in the first quarter, and the offense has not been the issue for the Trojans here in the first quarter as the three-point play is complete, 20-10. Ball knocked out of play here with 27.5 left on the game clock. A 3-second differential between the shot and game clock, so Braintree can hold for the final shot just about if they would like. Wide open underneath is Guy, and Guy puts it home. I don't know what kind of defense that was. He was wide open underneath. That was somebody's lost assignment underneath the basket. So Braintree will catch a break, but they do allow the Trojans to get one last possession here in the first quarter. 20-12 with 7 on the clock. Guy out there. This is going to be a tough look, and it's turned over again. Turnovers have been a problem here in the quarter on both sides, but Braintree able to benefit from that one. And now a last second chance with just over 1 second to go, and let's see what Braintree has drawn up. Carnes, he'll get a good look, and it's just a little bit too high on the glass. So the quarter comes to a close with Braintree down by 8, and as bad as it started, Braintree right in the game, just down 8 points, and now looking to go on a run here in the second quarter. But after one, it's 20-12, as the Womps a tough start here in the second game of the Larry Fisher tournament. We'll be back for second quarter action right after this.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Welcome back to Bridgewater Raynham High School. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV. In the start of the second quarter, Novo inside, and he's fouled on the drive. So Braintree will quickly start with a pair of free throws just 3 seconds in here to the second. Now the third team foul on the Trojans. Braintree already was 7, so the next foul for the Womps will put the Trojans at the line for a one-on-one scenario. This will be 2 shots for Novo, who already has a basket in the first quarter. And not getting the roll, as that one was halfway down. Novo 0 for 2, but Carnes in there on the offensive glass, but the ball was knocked away. So Braintree not able to convert. Driving inside, and the foul will be on Braintree, a one-on-one scenario. So Peacock will enter back into the game for Guy. And Quigley also getting set to check in. So one-on-one scenario here at the line for the Trojans as we await our first point of the second quarter. First free throw is good. Two of two from the line, and 2 more points added on as Kimball gets his first 2. Braintree with their largest deficit now of the game. It's 10. Carnes inside, throws it up for Peacock. Peacock off the glass, and the shot is no good. Braintree not catching a break. Cross-court pass into the corner, a long look, and that one's no good. The rebound taken down by Conboy. Through a maze of players ahead, and the pass to Peacock. Peacock spinning, and it travels. And that's very quickly going to get Timberlake back in the game as Braintree searches for offense. Just 12 points through the first, now 8.5. Long pass, and it's kept in play. Back the other way, 2-on-1. The pass underneath. Oh, nice block by Conboy from behind. Great defense by Conboy. Down low to Timberlake, had to make the catch. Keeps it in play and now throws it away. Quigley with the good defense. The left-handed shot is put up and in. As Alves gets the 2, and it's now up to 12. So 7:01 to go here in the second quarter. Braintree continues to make mistakes on the offensive side of the ball. We'll take a break. 7:01 to go here in the second. We'll be right back. Timeout has ended, and Braintree will inbound underneath their own basket. Quigley inbounding it into the hands of Conboy, who is double teamed, gets it over to Carnes. Braintree able to break the trap for the moment, getting it over now to Timberlake. So that has been the trap in the backcourt, which Braintree now has found a way to start to break. Quick movement, and that's the passes that Braintree's going to have to make. They're going to have to go across the seams. As Quigley inside, no good. Rebound taken down, Peacock, and he lost control. Peacock looking for the block, and the scoop shot is good as Long went underneath. Quigley breaking through, getting it over to Timberlake. Timberlake for 2, no. Missed the dunk, rebound to Peacock. He missed, and Braintree not catching any breaks. That looked like a short 2 on the two-handed slam from Timberlake, as well as the layup from Peacock, and Braintree not able to convert on either chance, and now it'll be Vanelli coming in. Nothing has worked here in the opening almost 10 minutes of the game for Braintree. And that one's thrown away. So Braintree continuing to be careless with the basketball as things obviously have not gone their way at all here in the first couple minutes of the second. Tough pass to handle as Braintree pressing in the backcourt, getting it over to the three-man three-point shooter, and the rebound taken down by Vanelli. That was an unbelievable look from the outside, probably the best look of the game for either side as Kimball had the clean look. McNeil getting set to check back in as Braintree trying to find something on the offensive side of the ball. Timberlake fouled before the shot, and that'll be just its 4th team foul. A much different half that Braintree's played here in this one than they did in the opening half against Dorchester Academy, because that was a Braintree team that was able to get to the line early and often, able to get Dorchester Academy in foul trouble. .5:35 to go here in the second. And Braintree still looking for the first points of the quarter. The lob ball inside to Timberlake. Tough shot. Nobody there for the rebound. And it's taken down by the Trojans. Willis looking for the one-on-one move, and the ball is thrown away, and it turns into a charge. The one thing allowing Braintree to stay in the game right now. Otherwise, this could be a 20-point deficit. But the turnovers have allowed Braintree to at least stay within striking distance, although they are down 14. Ball ahead for Quigley, and Quigley back to Conboy. Braintree's gonna have to start knocking down some outside shots to try and slow down this press. Plenty of contact, and now a kick ball. A fresh 30 on the clock. And that one thrown away. Braintree, all sorts of frustration here in the first half. Back outside, a clean look from the perimeter, and the 3 ball is good. 3 more now, as Alves gets his 3rd, 4th, and 5th on that tray. Another Braintree turnover. Inside, the shot high off the glass is no good. The rebound, and it's going to be picked up by Vanelli. Vanelli getting it over to Quigley. Braintree up the floor, 3-on-2, and that one's deflected. Cross court to Conboy. Conboy thought about it, didn't take it. 5 team fouls on the Trojans as Braintree just a couple away from potentially getting to the 1-on-1 scenario. Another turnover, and Long up and in for 2 more. As Braintree all out of sorts here in the first half, and this is not the same team that has played through the first 3. So the Womps will have to use another timeout with 4:09 to go here in the first half, and right now trailing as large as they've had all season, 31-12. Braintree yet without a basket here in the second quarter. It was 20-12 after 1, and it's been an 11-0 run here to start the second quarter, which is the main reason for the 19-point deficit. So Braintree will try and find somebody on the offensive side to try and get them a couple baskets to try and chip away. Obviously, you're not going to assume that you're going to get back within it the next 4 minutes, but you try and keep it under 15 before half and then try and work your magic in the second half. But right now, Braintree's going to have to set some goals and try and just keep it close. For the time being, you could assume that Braintree will start to find a way to figure out this zone defense. Right now, they are double teaming Braintree on all cylinders and continue to be the better team. But this is a much different team than you would expect after a loss in the first game, but things have not gone the way Braintree was expecting here in the second game of the tournament. Timberlake, a good look from the 3, no good, and Braintree continues to be ice cold. Tough shot blocked by Timberlake. He'll go the other way. And Timberlake will put it up off high off the glass for 2 as Curry was chasing. And Timberlake had that in mind. He didn't try and go up with a slam. He probably would have been fouled. So that's 6 now for Timberlake as Braintree gets back to 17. McNeil defending. And it's intercepted again. Timberlake to the left hand, now to the right, and he finishes hard. So a couple steals by Timberlake gets Braintree right back in it. That's 8 now for Timberlake. Timberlake leading all scorers here in the game with 8. Another steal. That one picked off by Vanelli. Vanelli has McNeil. McNeil back, and the pass, I don't know if it was deflected. Yes, it was. That should have been a 2 for Braintree on a 2-on-1. So 2:57 to go here in the second. Braintree back within 15. And the inbounds goes into the hands of Conboy. Quickly over to Vanelli, who keeps it in play. It's loose as Novo picks it up along the sidelines, gets it over to Vanelli. Braintree, if they can switch the courts, will have some room to work with. Timberlake inside, up and off the glass, no good. Vanelli offensive rebound, brings it back out. Conboy will slow it down, send it to the corner, as again Timberlake is double teamed. The return pass, Conboy for 3, no good. The rebound offensive again. Novo, the putback, no. A third chance, and it's off of Bridgewater Raynham as Braintree starting to control the glass. But that's a basket that Braintree probably should have had. A couple good looks here on the possession, including the outside look from Conboy, who has really struggled here in the tournament. Timberlake underneath, and he squeezed it up and in. He's had the last 6 Braintree points in the back within 13. That's 10 now for Timberlake. So Braintree's had 3 consecutive steals on possessions as they continue to play much better here in the second quarter. As the 3 ball is hit again from the outside, and that was a long range 3. Carnes gets it over to Timberlake. He fakes it. Now sends it across for Conboy. Nice pass down low as Novo is blocked from behind. What looked like another easy basket for Braintree turns into a block. The 3 ball is good, and Al's on fire from the perimeter. That's 11 now in the game. Into the hands now of Vanelli as Braintree gets it back over to Timberlake. Timberlake going all the way inside, and the 6th team foul now for the Trojans. Still not within the one-on-one scenario. And the lead is all of a sudden ballooned right back up to 19 after consecutive threes. Timberlake, a tough contested 3, and he got fouled. Count it! And the foul. Very rarely you see that. A 3-point shot hit and the foul. And that is not a good foul from the outside. Never want to foul a 3-point shooter. Braintree catching a break and finally able to catch something here in the first half. So that's now 13 in the game for Timberlake as he looks for his 14th from the line to try and convert the 4-point play. No good on the free throw, and it pops free. Braintree another possession. Carnes up and off the glass for 2 as he sneaks in, and that was a 5-point possession for Braintree to get it back down to 14. This is exactly what you wanted if you're Braintree. Keep it under 15 here in the first half. Now need to stay on the 3-point shooters. Great block underneath as it is out of play, and it's Braintree possession. That was not a good shot. Never want to see a 3-point shot blocked. Obviously, if it was blocked, it wasn't a good shot. And there's the foul in the backcourt. So Braintree now will be in the 1-and-1 as the foul was in the backcourt. And that's the first on Hippolyte. Actually, now the 2nd team foul, or the 2nd personal foul on him as he'll come to the bench. And Conboy will go to the line for a 1-on-1. A chance with 2 free throws here to cut the lead to 12. First point of the game now for Conboy as the senior knocks down the first. Free throws have helped Braintree here in the game. And it's a good way to get back in it as the second is missed. So the lead stays at 13 here in the final minute of the opening half. 37-24 with 18 on the shot clock. The defense of Guy up at the top of the key. Timberlake defending now Carnes as you got to watch here for the shot. Tough pullback shot, no good, and the rebound is all of Braintree's. Timberlake here. Braintree can hold for just about the final shot if they want it with 4-second differential between shot and game clock. Faking the shot is Novo. Nice pass inside to Guy. A little jump from just inside of the free throw line, no good. And back the other way, and tough shot with the left hand is good. Braintree down 15 here in the final 10 seconds. And it'll be in the hands of Timberlake for the final possession. Timberlake barreling to the basket, got fouled, and 2 shots coming. Not a good foul here in the final second, as just a 10th of a second remains on the clock, as Timberlake obviously was going inside from the start. It was good defense for about 12 seconds on that possession, but all it took was that minuscule second to give Braintree 2 free throws here to close out the half. Point total rising, and a point here would make it a 15-point half for Timberlake as he completes it. 15 of the 26 going to Timberlake here in the first half, and really keeping Braintree within striking distance here in the opening half as they trail 39-26 after 16 minutes of play here at Bridgewater Raynham High School. The Womps trailing by 13. We'll be back for second half action right after this. Welcome back to Bridgewater Raynham High School, the site of the second round here now of the Larry Fisher Tournament, the consolation round, as both of these two teams lost their first game, Braintree and Bridgewater Raynham. And at half, it's 39-26. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV. The Womps down by 13, and certainly could have been more after a very tough first quarter, but they only found themselves down by 8. But then it was expanded by 5 points in the second quarter to put them up by 13. And that's where we stand as we head into the second half. So a much different starting five for Braintree as we begin the third quarter. And that's a back court. Can't do that. So Long immediately saying that was his bad, and he knew right away. So Braintree with a good defensive stand here on their first possession. 5 on the court for Braintree as Timberlake has it, along with Vanelli. Quigley as the basket's good. Carnes and Conboy, the 5 for Braintree out of the court, and things starting just where they left off for Timberlake. He has 17. Had 20 in the last game. That was a couple games ago, or a couple days ago. Braintree as close as they've been in a while. It's 11. Cutting inside, tough shot, no good. The rebound, and it's picked up. A loose ball on the floor, and Braintree's going to be called for the foul. I believe Vanelli was there and whistle for it. They're actually going to give it to Conboy. Could have been either of the two, I guess. And Braintree again with a good defensive stand, but they weren't able to come down with the rebound. One-on-one defense as the 3 ball is no good, and it's an offensive foul. On the rebounding action, it's going to be Perry on the foul. So that'll be the first team foul, as both teams have one foul apiece here in the opening 42 seconds. Looking for the inbounds, and it goes into the hands of Carnes, able to squeeze past one. Now looking to get it through, and it's turned over yet again. Perry will take the 3, and the 3 is good. It's 7 now, as Braintree able to get it over half court. Back the other way, 3-on-2. All the way inside is Quigley. Quigley for 2. Nice finish. That is something that will work for Braintree once they break. They'll have numbers, 42-30. The Womps back within 12. Now you need a couple defensive stands. Try and get the game under 10. Driving inside, the floater is good. Tesson now with 5. Nice little touch pass, as here comes Quigley on the move. Outside Timberlake, a good look. No good, and the rebound taken down by Willis as Braintree back. And Willis getting past 2. Nearly throws it away. Perry inside, able to put it up, and the shot is no good. Rebound Vanelli. And Vanelli's fouled. That's the second team foul now on the Trojans here in the third quarter. 5:59 to go in the third, and Braintree down by 14. Pass forward for Timberlake. Timberlake with the bounce pass to Vanelli. Vanelli is triple teamed, able to get the ball, throws it to the corner. Timberlake fakes it. Now Conboy. Conboy for three. Yes! Conboy able to get a little bit of confidence on that three-point shot as Braintree back within 11. And a very quick foul. That was a touch foul on Carnes, as the referees have started to call this one a lot closer here in the second half. Second team foul on Braintree. Another team foul is Conboy coming down and picking up his third foul here in the game. One more and that'll have to take him out here in the third. Tough shot for Alves, and he knocks it down. That's 16 in the game, and this one will be a travel on Braintree. Couple substitutions as Leahy and Novo come back in. Every time Braintree makes a couple baskets, they're wiped out with a couple for the Trojans of their own. 47-33, 5:10 to go here in the third. Good defense by Vanelli. Slicing baseline, and that one knocked away by Carnes, coming in aggressive. Willis was open underneath, but the ball was a little bit delivered late. Good switch off the screen, and the foul will be on Carnes. That's a terrible foul called by the referee. That was not much contact at all. They're going to call it that tight. That's a little bit ridiculous. Referee said he had his shirt, but I don't know how that could be. And right now you can see Long and Carnes in the battle right now. So Carnes picking up another. So 5 team fouls here on Braintree here in the quarter. And that is not what you wanted to see. This is turning into ridiculousness on the court. They're going to call a double foul on Carnes and Tesson. That's 3 quick fouls here in the quarter. If you're going to call a double foul, you might as well let play continue. Timberlake going for the ball, and the referee right in the way. So no surprise the way the referee has called this game. So 4:38 to go, and temper starting to heat up here on the court, especially on the Braintree side, knowing that they're not getting any calls here in the game. That's 17 fouls in the quarter, and the Trojans will be shooting the remainder of the half. So 48-33 as we continue to play here in the third. And right now, Bridgewater in the bonus situation as both free throws are connected on. Wide open underneath is Novo. He's able to get the pass, and now it's knocked away. right now Braintree needs to start to keep their head up when they're moving the ball up the court. That was a wide open pass for Novo. Sent into the corner. Timberlake is double teamed. He'll drive inside of the basket, and he spanks it home. 19 now in the game for Timberlake, and the lead down to 14. 49-35 as the screen set at the top. Going back to the baseline, long shot for Long, and it's good. The swish from the outside. And that is definitely a good thing to have, as here comes Timberlake in the fast break, sends it over to Guy. Guy up off the glass, yes, and one. So Timberlake doing it all with 19 points and a beautiful assist as Guy, the beneficiary of that pass. That's points 3 and 4 here of the half. Back to 14, but Braintree needs some defensive stops. Guy completing the play to make it 5 points in the game. 51-38, 3:56 to go here in the third, and the offense has started to heat up for Braintree. Couple defensive stops, and Braintree trying to get it back within 10. That's a bad pass, and Braintree looking to get it as Timberlake is going to be whistled for the jump ball. Never fault the effort of Timberlake out there on the court as he went flying in. Probably could have been whistled for the foul, actually, to be honest with you, but that is the aggressiveness you like to see as he came over the top of Willis and able to tie him up. But it worked in Braintree's favor, getting the arrow on the jump ball. 13-point game into the hands of Avery. 3:30 to go here in the third. Back over to Timberlake into the corner as he's double-teamed. Good cross-court pass, Leahy. Leahy looking for the interior look, and it's still Braintree ball under their Trojan basket. Looking inbounds. Buckley will inbounds. As Braintree throws it away, and Willis to the basket, and he throws it down with two hands. That's 9 now for Willis as Leahy's fouled from behind. Five team fouls now on the Trojans, so a couple more, and Braintree will be shooting for the rest of the game. 17 fouls for Braintree, 5 for Bridgewater Raynham, as Buckley will inbounds. Into the corner for Timberlake, he fakes it, and he's fouled. .5 game, Braintree down, and it will be Guy who will inbounds. Buckley, and he's fouled again. That's 3 fouls in 5 seconds. And that's Brown with yet another. So Brown picking up his second in the span of 3 seconds, all right off of the inbounds. And that'll be now a 1-on-1 situation for Buckley, as both teams have 7 team fouls here in the third quarter alone. That's 14 team fouls combined. This is exactly the way Braintree played against Dorchester Academy. In the first game of the tournament, they were able to get them in foul trouble and convert at the line, which is the first scenario that was knocked down by Buckley, front end of the 1-on-1. So Buckley 1 for 2 from the field, or from the line rather. 14-point game yet again. Driving baseline, and he's out of bounds. So Tesson turning it over. Inbounded into the hands of Avery, and not a good pass at all. And that should be a travel as he went to the ground. And a timeout is given here at half court with 2:46 to go in the third. Braintree down by 14, 53-39. And it will be a side out from half court as the timeout is granted the Trojans' way. 3 team timeouts left on both sides here in the game. So Braintree looking for a run here in the second half, but right now they haven't been able to get the defensive stops, which they're looking for, and that was another bad turnover off of the fast break after they were trapped in the backcourt trying to lob it forward, and that has been the story that has yet to be solved for Braintree here in the game. So the timeout has concluded, and Braintree will come out. They'll be on the defense. And the 5 coming out of the timeout with Conboy, Carnes, Buckley, Guy, and Timberlake. Just 2 seconds have come off the shot clock after the inbounds. Timberlake is defending as Braintree in a man-to-man defense. Just 5 on the shot clock, and it's turned over. Braintree taking away a good defensive stop. Carnes moving forward, getting it over to Conboy. He fakes it, sends it over to Timberlake. Timberlake to the basket and the foul. 2 shots. First free throw is hit by Timberlake as he's hit the 20-point plateau for the now 4th consecutive game to begin the season. 1 for 2 from the line. The offensive rebound is bobbled up in the air for the moment by Buckley, and now it's the other way. Good defense, and Willis with a tough shot. 11 points now for Willis as that one goes out of play. Inbounded into the hands of Conboy. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Conboy to the basket, and the basket will count as Conboy starting to find a rhythm. That's 6 in the game now for Conboy, who started to find a little bit of offensive rhythm. Just 1 point in the first half. He's already come up with 5 points so far, looking for his 7th point of the game with the free throw. And he converts. So 7 now in the game for Conboy, 1:50 to go here in the third as Braintree's got as close as they've been in a while. It's 12. 55-43 as Conboy defending one-on-one. He shuts the baseline off, and great defense shown. Long inside of the basket, out to Alves. A good look from the perimeter, and he knocks it down again. Great defense by Braintree, but you can't leave a knockdown shooter that open. And a charge. That is the 4th charge on Braintree here in the game, and that's been what continues to happen for the Womps as they try and charge inside to the hoop. 1:20 to go here in the third, and the lead back to 15. Willis will fire from downtown. He won't hit, and Conboy back the other way, but it's turned over. Good defense shown by Conboy. Good positioning, and the three no good, and the putback no good either, as Long missed the dunk. That one was bounced in, out of bounds. I don't think I've seen that one, as that one is out of bounds. It'll be back to Braintree. 54.5 to go here in the third, and a careless pass. So Willis has done well on the offensive side, but he's made a couple of careless plays here in the game. That's his 6th turnover already. 11 points in the game, but a few bad passes. Fortunately, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Ahead for Long, and that one bobbled for the moment. The putback is good. First two of the game for Murphy, as Timberlake pulls up and hits. 22 now in the game, and the final shot, as the shot clock will be turned off. 15-point game. Braintree really not able to trim much off from half. It was 19, but they've been able to trim off 4 points so far, but they're going to need a defensive stop. Can't allow a basket here on the final possession. Not much moving to this point with 5 on the clock now. Tough shot, and it's nowhere close. Final seconds, Quigley and Karn won't get it off. So the quarter comes to a close with the Womps down now 60-45, able to cut 4 points off from the 19-point lead at half, but really hasn't been enough in the game for Braintree on the defensive side. 60 points allowed through 3 quarters. Probably not going to get the job done most days. So the Womps will be down by 15 after 3, and we'll be back for the fourth right after this. Start of the fourth quarter here at Bridgewater Raynham Regional. And Braintree down 15. Mike Wassler here for BCAM TV, and the Womps trying to find a way to get this one within 10. Haven't had it that close in a long time. Driving inside to the basket. Nice pass. Oh, what a block by Peacock. Now it's turned over. Back inside. The scoop shot no good. A third chance, and it is by Willis. So Braintree had the initial block, but weren't able to come away with the turnover. Tough pass to handle for McNeil. He pulls up for the shot. It's no good. And the rebound is taken down by Willis. Back the other way. And the pass is thrown away. Tough ball, and Timberlake is upended. So that'll be a 2-shot foul now, as it's 10 team fouls, so it'll be 2 shots the rest of the way for Braintree. Trying to add to his point total of 22 here in the game. Leading all scorers. Peacock all the way back on the defensive end already as he hits them both. 24 in the game for Timberlake. pass to Perry, and he missed the bunny. Braintree catching a break. It's 15. Outside now for McNeil. Braintree needs a couple possessions, and that one thrown away. Inside, back to the perimeter. Willis wide open for three. And it's no good. Rebound taken down by Peacock. Where's the foul? The foul is on Braintree. And it's on Peacock. Front end of the 1-on-1 is missed, and the rebound again taken down offensively. Willis down on Peacock, and the defense still there. The second chance, and Peacock down with the third, as Braintree finally able to come away with the ball. 62-47, as Carnes trying to slither his way through. Nice pass down low, and Peacock with an easy two. Five in the game now for Peacock, and a pretty feed from Carnes. Now or never for Braintree. As a team, they're trying to find a way to get back in it. A lot of one-on-one and nothing doing for Tesson. Outside, Perry's three, no good. And the rebound is taken down by Carnes. He's on the move. 1-on-2, up and no good. McNeil getting a hand in there for the moment. And a double dribble. Another turnover. As Vanelli and Conboy come back in for McNeil and Peacock with 5:54 to go. 13-point game. Cross-court pass over to Carnes. Has Quigley on the outside, and they said he stepped out of bounds. Good aggressive hand by Timberlake as he takes it away. Vanelli able to get into the hands of Carnes. Carnes over to Timberlake, and he banks it, no good. That was 3/4 the way down. Outside, Tesson for three, and it's off the mark, rebound Vanelli. Here comes Braintree back the other way, trying to get it. Down to 11 with the basket. Conboy with the pull-up, and the shot is good. It's down to 11. Braintree right back in it with 5:05 to go. 62-51. We'll take a quick break here on BCAM TV with 11-point deficit for Braintree, trying to make a run here in the fourth. 5:05 to go, and the ball is inbounded by the Trojans. Braintree in the backcourt. Oh, almost a pickoff from Conboy, as Braintree going to have to start to gamble. Nice pass down low, and the shot is good by Perry, able to break through the Braintree press after they almost came up with a steal. That's 9 in the game now for Perry. Turnover by Conboy. Braintree not making the extra pass in that scenario. Ten on the shot clock. Down low, the outside look, now Tesson for three, and hasn't been able to find the range from outside here in the game. Still 13. As Braintree plays catch with Conboy and Timberlake. Sent back across that way for Timberlake as Braintree down to 15 on the shot clock. Conboy's 3 off the mark, and the rebound is taken down by Willis back the other way. Oh, nice play by Timberlake, aggressively taking that away. And that one knocked away along the sidelines. Sent into the backcourt in the hands of Conboy. Braintree's going to have to start a run right now. Still haven't got it within 10 in a while, and Carnes is fouled. So 3:46 to go, and Braintree with the pair at the line. First one knocked down. Just 3 in the game to this point for Carnes. They're going to need a lot more of that here in the 4th. Braintree's going to need some outside shooting, which they haven't had here in the game. I don't think they've converted a 3-point shot, actually 1 3-point shot, which was Conboy's back earlier here in the half. But they haven't really been consistent with that 3-point shot the last few games, and that's been a plaguing problem. Turned away, and that's a foul on Willis. He grabbed the jersey. So now the call is given for a technical foul on Conboy, and the refereeing in this game has been suspect at best. Already both teams have been in the bonus for the entire second half. Seen way too many free throws here in this game. And that is not what you like to see at the high school level. You'd like to see it one on the court, not at the line. So 3:36 left here in the 4th. So the substitution coming in for Conboy, which will be Novo, coming in and entering to shoot. No good on the free throw. Able to get the roll on the second as he splits the free throws. So 3 points in the game for Novo, and the lead is 10. But there will be free throws at the other end on the tee from Conboy. So 3.5 to go. And not much time left for Braintree. And they're not helping themselves out. But they were aided with the missed free throw on that chance from Alves. So 2 missed free throws in the unlikely scenario. So Braintree now catching a break. The lead is 10, and they're going to need defense. Trying to keep it at a reasonable distance. Oh, nice play, Carnes. Carnes up off the glass, no good. Nice rebound, Novo. Gets it over to Vanelli. Vanelli fakes, sends it over to Timberlake for 3. No good. And Braintree has yet to be able to knock down that outside shot here in the game with consistency, and that has been a major reason they're still down 10. That was a great look from the perimeter. Really would have been a big swing. This is a 2, which is good. That one sent too high for Quigley, and it's turned over yet again. Things coming unraveled for Braintree, down 12. They had a chance for one last rush here in the game, but if they continue to make mistakes, and it's thrown away. So good, strong defense, able to create the turnover, but Braintree needs baskets very quickly, and you've got to start to need some three-point shots mixed in. Quigley down low, Novo, and the scoop shot's good. That's 5 in the game now for Novo. And an absolute terrible call at half court. They call a block, and there was no block. There was a interception knocked away by Braintree. Blocking foul gives 2 free throws at the other end, right in front of the scorer's table. And the first is good. One out of 2 at the line as Braintree back the other way. Here comes Timberlake to the basket, and he's fouled, and he'll get to the line. So that didn't take long for Braintree to stop the clock, but they're going to need a pair. And a pair here would put it in single digits for the first time since the first half. .25 in the game now for Timberlake. And it is 9. 26 and counting. The trap in the backcourt as Braintree goes for the steal. Sent ahead, and a charge, and it comes. Way out of position as Braintree comes up with another turnover. And this is exactly what happened last year. Bridgewater Raynham wasn't able to close it very well, and it allowed Braintree back in it. But Braintree still with a ton of work to do. This one far from over, but the Womp's down 9. This will be a miraculous comeback if Braintree was able to complete it, but you're going to have to take it one possession at a time. So Carnes with it, 2:20 to go here in the fourth. Timberlake to the basket, up off the glass, no. And it's taken down by Willis. He traveled. There is the call. Turnover number 8 on Willis as he shuffled his feet. Inbounded to Quigley. As Braintree starts the offense with 2:10 to go, it's close to a kick ball, but it's back the other way. And the 2 will count. And a chance for a three-point play. So the 2-point basket counts. Braintree down 11 and now 12. Timeout taken by the Trojans with 2:05 left here in the game. The Womp's down 12. And what seemed to be a promising comeback has been shut off with a couple of close calls on both ends as the free throws come on the N1. And Braintree now with just 2:05 left to try and create something and get back within striking distance. So things have not gone Braintree's way the last couple games. It started with the game against Brookline where they shot poorly from the line, picking up the first loss of the season after the opening win over Norwood, and then losing the opening game of this tournament to Dorchester Academy, a very tough, hard-fought game that went to overtime, and they ended up losing in OT by 5, 73-68. So Braintree with 2 losses by less than 5 points in each of them. But now they're down by 12, and they're going to have to fight hard to keep that trend going. But they are not liking the trend that is continuing with a loss in that column. So it'll be Braintree ball, 2:05 as Timberlake will inbounds. Ball in the hands of Carnes. Braintree going to have to start shooting some outside shots. Carnes to the basket. A lot of contact, and Willis comes down with the rebounds. .15 on the shot clock. Into the hands of Tessin. Quigley on the defense. Tough defense continues. Novo double teaming back outside Tessin. And another charge. Finelli taking that one in the chest. Both teams have done well to create charges here in the game, and that's the third created by the Womps. No shortage of turnovers here in the game, but Braintree hasn't been able to get enough offense. 58 points. And that one was thrown away. Carnes obviously expecting that one to be deflected, and he took his eye off the ball as it goes out of play. Sent over to Willis to the outside for Long. Now Tessin inside, and the shot is good. Eight in the game now for Tessin. Here in the final minute. Braintree on the way to a 1-3 start. Outside Timberlake for three, and it's good. 29 in the game for Timberlake. 11-point game, down low, and no shot taken as they're going to run the clock. Or maybe not. The outside shot is hit. .36.7 to go. Not sure why there was a shot taken from that scenario with the game well in hand. You would like to see the clock run out, but another 3-ball added to the total. 75 points here in the game for the Trojans, and the Womps on their last leg, as this one will put Braintree down to the third consecutive loss after a great start, and what seemed to be a promising start to the season has resulted now in 3 consecutive losses. Braintree's going to have to find a way to get back in the win column. But right now, the wins have been hard to get by for Braintree. So the Womps will have on their schedule the next game against Framingham and Needham will be both home games, as that one missed by Quigley, and that should just about do it as Carnes comes flying in. Great defense shown by Carnes, not giving up on the game with it obviously well in hand at 14. One last trap as Braintree trying to tie it up. And a travel called. 21.9 to go. Braintree will have one last possession on the offensive side, most likely. Into the hands of Timberlake, just looking to add to the stats as he cans another three. .32 in the game for Timberlake, another turnover. Into the hands of Timberlake, another three to make it 35, no good, and that'll do it. Here at Bridgewater Raynham High School, as Braintree drops to 1-3 on the season, losing both games here in the tournament, part of the Larry Fisher Holiday Basketball Tournament here at Bridgewater Raynham High School, and Braintree drops 75-64 here today, an 11-point loss, and really it all started in the first quarter where Braintree dropped down. And in the first half, they were down by as many as 19 and were never able to really recover just too much in that first half. So the Womps were led up front, and for the fourth consecutive game by Timberlake, who had 32 in the game, certainly the most valuable player to this point on the Braintree side, as far as probably most of the teams here in this tournament, but a well-balanced attack on the other side of the ball, as Bridgewater Raynham was able to get a lot of points from their point guards, as Al's ended up creating 27 of his own, and Willis started out hot, but ended up with 13 to be the second leading scorer for the team. So Braintree getting 32 from Timberlake, and the second highest scorer on the team was Conboy with 8. So Braintree not getting the secondary scoring that they've gotten in games past, and they drop their third consecutive here on the road. For the final time here, 75-64, Braintree loses to Bridgewater Raynham. We'll see you next time.